for the first time, everybody. Yeah. But I seen something that interview with Biden last night. Man, these people been lying to us for 3.5 years, man. The cover up is got to stop. The craziness has got to stop. And for those of you that didn't see the interview last night, it didn't help Biden one iota, in my opinion anyway. And I'm hearing a lot of people say the same thing. So, you know, it is what it is. Y'all check it out.
On this momentous evening, I'm Juju Chang. Thanks so much for streaming with us. Tonight, ABC News has an exclusive interview with President Joe Biden. Our George Stephanopoulos sat down with the president for his first televised interview since that poor debate performance against Donald Trump. President Biden says he is committed to staying in the race and confident that he will prevail and beat Donald Trump. The president was directly called on to answer for his faltering appearances and whether he still has the mental and physical fitness for another term in the White House. Our team is standing by, of course, for analysis, but first, let's get to the interview.
Mr. President, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the debate. You and your team have said you had a bad night, but your friend Nancy Pelosi actually framed the question that I think is on the minds of millions of Americans. Was this a
I did.
bad episode or the sign of a more serious condition?
It's a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition. I was exhausted. I didn't listen to my instincts in terms of preparing, and I had a bad night.
You know, you say you were exhausted, and I know you've said that before as well, but you came, and you did have a tough month, but you came home from Europe about 11 or 12 days before the debate, spent 6 days in Camp David. Why wasn't that enough rest time, enough recovery time?
Because I was sick. I was feeling terrible. Matter of fact, the docs with me, I asked if they did a COVID test because they're trying to figure out what's wrong. They did a test to see whether or not I had some infection, a virus. I didn't. They just had a really bad cold.
And did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
Hey, good morning, Sean King. Good morning, good morning. In case you missed it last night, this is Joe Biden and his little, I'm going to call it a flub, man. He really flubbed this up.
Well, what I want to get at is what were you experiencing as you were going through the debate? Did you know how badly it was going?
Yeah, look, the whole way I prepared, nobody's fault, mine. Nobody's fault but mine. I prepared what I usually would do, sitting down, as I did come back with foreign leaders or the National Security Council, for explicit detail. And I realized about partway through that, I get quoted, the New York Times had me down at 10 points before.
Morning, Sean. Shout out to everybody watching this. Like I said, I'm multi-streaming on all channels this morning to see how it's going to go. Wish me luck, everybody. First time out, multi-streaming. But I think this thing was a disgrace last night. He's done nothing but. He's lied his whole life. We'll get into it, Crazy.
For the debate, 9 now or whatever the hell it is. The fact of the matter is that what I looked at is that he also lied 28 times. The way the debate ran, not my fault, nobody else's fault. No one else's fault.
But it seemed like you were having trouble from the first question in. even before he spoke?
Well, I just had a bad night. You got some bad interviews once in a while. I can't remember any.
I'd say you had a bad night. We over 100 million people watch that debate. I mean, this big lie, this big cover-up, the Democratic Party, Trump's going to be a Nazi, a dictator. This, man, y'all got to stop this stuff. Knock out the madness, man. It's getting ridiculous. Like I said before, you look like your kids are having a sleepover and you're gone for the weekend. That's exactly what the Democratic Party's looking like right now.
I'm sure you do.
I've had plenty. I guess the problem is here for a lot of Americans watching this. You've said, going back to 2020, watch me. Yep. To people who are concerned about your age. And, 50 million Americans watched that debate. It seemed to confirm fears they already had.
Well, look, after that debate, I did 10 major events in a row, including till 2 o'clock in the morning after that debate. I did events in North Carolina. I did events in Georgia. Did events like this today. Large crowds, overwhelming response, no slipping.
Hey, man, am I crazy or did that man just say he did like 20 events afterwards? In between the time he came back from Europe and the debate. Man, this guy is a... Woo! Hey, man, am I crazy or did that man just say he did like 20 events afterwards?
And so I just had a bad night. I don't know why.
And how quickly did it come to you that you were having that bad night?
Well, it came to me as having a bad night when I realized that even when I was answering a question, even though they turned his mic off, he was still shouting. And I let it distract me. I'm not blaming it on that. But I realized that I just wasn't in control.
Well, part of the other concern is that this seems to have fit into a pattern of decline that has been reported on recently. New York Times had a headline on July 2nd, Biden's lapses are said to be increasingly common and worrisome. Here's what they wrote. People who have spent time with President Biden over the last few months or so said the lapses appear to have grown more frequent, more pronounced, and after Thursday's debate, more worrisome. By many accounts, as evidenced by video footage, observation, and interviews, Mr. Biden is not the same today as he was even when he took office 3.5 years ago. Similar reporting in the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal. Are you the same man today that you were when you took office 3.5 years ago?
In terms of successes, yes.
Man, for the love of God, will somebody please give me just one of his accomplishments this man's done? And I don't want to hear, I beat up Medicare.
I also was the guy who put together a peace plan for the Middle East that may be coming to fruition. I was also the guy that expanded NATO. I was also the guy that grew the economy. All the individual things that were done were ideas I had or I fulfilled. I moved on. And so, for example, well, that was true then. What's Biden done lately? Today, just announced 200,000 new jobs. We're moving in a direction that no one's ever taken on. I know you know this from the days in the government. I took on Big Pharma. I beat them. No one said I could beat them. I took on all the things we said we got done. We were told we couldn't get done. And part of it is what I said.
What, Joe? What? But and look at that facial expressions. It's like his eyes are open, but nobody's home, man. And like I say, what did you accomplish?
Said when I ran was I wanted to do 3 things: restore some decency to the office, restore some support for the middle class instead of trickle-down economics, built from the middle out and the bottom up, the way the wealthy still do fine, everyone does better, and unite the country.
But what has all that work over the last 3.5 years cost you physically, mentally, emotionally?
Hey, man, I'll tell you what it cost him. Elvis has left the building. Man, wake up, Democrats. You guys got to stop this madness, man. That man don't need to be the commander-in-chief. He don't need to be running. He don't even need to be a greeter at Walmart.
Well, I just think it cost me a really bad night, bad run.
I just had a really bad run. You seem to be having a lot of those lately, Joe. Man, it's time to throw in the towel. Please, Democrats, throw in the towel. This man needs to be in a nursing home.
But, George, I'm optimistic about this country. I don't think we're a country of losers, he points out. I don't think America's in tough shape. I think America's on the cusp of breaking through in so many incredible opportunities. In this next term, I'm going to make sure we have straighten out the tax system. I'm going to make sure we're in a situation where we have health care for all people, where we're in a position where we have child care and elder care, free up, and all these things. One thing I'm proudest of.
Hey, Joe, that's all great, man. That really is great. You're going to have child care and you're going to help, people. But what are you going to do about the inflation that you've risen so high that people can't afford? They're spending like $10,000 more a year. You can't help that, Joe. You can't save them.
And you remember when my economic plan was put forward, a lot of the mainstream economists said it's not going to work. Well, guess what? You now have 16 Nobel laureates, 16 of them in economics, saying that Biden's next term would be, based on what he wants to do, enormous success. Trump's plan would cause a recession.
Listen, Joe, these people are telling you what you want to hear, man. You are not a success for your first 4 years. You ain't never been a success. 50 years in office, you have never accomplished anything. And by the way, Joe, there is almost I know there's 18 that died on your watch that were active duty. Man, somebody please.
Significantly increase inflation. I've made great progress, and that's what I plan on doing, and we can do this.
I understand that, and I'm not disputing that. What I'm asking you is about your personal situation. Do you dispute that there have been more lapses, especially in the last several months?
Can I run 110 flat? No, but I'm still in good shape.
I've never lived with dementia. Nobody in the family. I never been around anything like that. But I can tell you, I'm learning a lot from him. I mean, he is in denial. He's in denial, and it makes me matter no get out that his wife does not set him down. Instead of saying, "Oh, Joe, you did great. You answered all the questions, Joe." And what did Trump do? Lied. Man, hey, this is elder abuse. This is elder abuse.
Are you more frail?
No.
I know you spoke.
Complete my schedule.
I know you spoke with your doctor after the debate. What did he say?
He said, he just looked at me. He said, "You're exhausted." I said, "I am."
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You are exhausted. You're way past exhausted, buddy. Like I said, Elvis has left the building.
Medical doctors travel me everywhere, every president does, as you know. Medical doctors, some of the best in the world, travel me everywhere I go. I have an ongoing assessment of what I'm doing. They don't hesitate to tell me if they think there's something wrong.
I know you said you have an ongoing assessment. Have you had a full neurological and cognitive?
Kathy Kelly, good morning, girl. Yeah, listen to this. Have you had a full neurologist take a look at you, Joe? Watch what he says about it.
Evaluation.
I get a full neurological test every day with me, and I've had a full.
I get a cognitive test every day. Help us all, man. God help us all.
Physical. I had, I've been able to read for my physicals. Yes, the answer.
I know your doctor said he consulted with a neurologist. I guess I'm asking a slightly different question. Have you had the specific cognitive tests, and have you had a neurologist, a specialist, do an examination?
No one said I had to. No one said, they said I'm good.
No one said you had to, man. Aren't you doing this interview to save your reputation? I mean, that's how this guy is. He is checked out. I ain't kidding you. This man is, man, I'm trying to be nice, trying to be nice. But this man, it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace.
Would you be willing to undergo an independent medical evaluation that included neurological and cognitive tests and release the results to the American people?
Look, I have a cognitive test every single day.
That's a no, a no, a no, and a no. This guy is gone, dude. He is not gonna. He's looking worse now than he did on debate night. I mean, he's deny.
Every day I have that test. Everything I do. Not only am I campaigning, but I'm running the world. And that's not how it sounds like hyperbole. But we are the essential nation in the world. Madeleine Albright was right. And every single day, for example, today, before I come out here, I'm on the phone with Prime Minister of, anyway, I shouldn't get into detail, but with Netanyahu. I'm on the phone with the new Prime Minister of England. I'm working on what we're doing with regard to, in Europe, with regard to expansion of NATO and whether it's going to stick. I'm taking on Putin. I mean, every day, there's no day I go through that are not those decisions I have to make every single day.
And you have been doing that, and the American people have been watching, yet their concerns about your age and your health are growing. So that's why I'm asking, to reassure them, would you be willing to have the independent medical evaluation?
Watch me there's a lot of time left in this campaign.
Hey, man, America, wake up. This guy is not going to take a cognitive test because he knows he's going to fail. And the Democrats don't want him to take a cognitive test because then their lies are all, you know what I mean? We're seeing it with our own eyes. We've been telling these people for 3.5 years. Joe is gone. He's declining every day. I mean, it's gotten really bad lately. Quit covering for Joe Biden.
It's over 125 days.
So
I'll make a decision.
the right answer right now is no, you don't want to do that, right?
No, I've already done it.
You talked a lot about your successes at the beginning of this interview, and I don't want to dispute that. I don't want to debate that. But as you know, elections are about the future, not the past. They're about tomorrow, not yesterday. And the question on so many people's minds right now is, can you serve effectively for the next 4 years?
George, I'm the guy that put NATO together, the future. No one thought I could expand it. I'm the guy that shut Putin down. No one thought could happen. I'm the guy that put together a South Pacific initiative with AUKUS. I'm the guy that got 50 nations, not only in Europe, outside of Europe as well, to help Ukraine. I'm the guy that got Japanese to expand their budget.
Yeah, Joe, we know. I'm the guy. You're the same guy that, come on, man, cooperate. You're the same guy that your uncle got ate by cannibals. Lord, I hate to do this. I really do. I mean, this is elder abuse.
So, I mean, and for example, when I decided we used to have 40% computer chip, and we invented the chip, that little chip for the computer chip. It's in everything from cell phone to weapons. And so we used to have 40%, we're down to virtually nothing. So I get in the plane against the advice of everybody, and I fly to South Korea. I convinced them to invest in the United States billions of dollars. Now we have tens of billions of dollars being invested in the United States.
You know, it's really sad because his family, his whole administration, especially KJP, they lie to this man every day. Yeah, just like we all seen it with our own eyes, you know. You did such a good job, Joe. You answered every question. It is sick, man. Sick.
United States, making us back in a position where we're going to own that industry again. We have, I mean, I just, anyway, I don't want to take too much credit. I have a great staff.
But I guess my point is, all that takes a toll. Do you have the mental and physical capacity to do it for another 4 years?
I believe so. I wouldn't be running if I didn't think I did. Look, I'm running again because I think I understand best what has to be done to take this nation to a completely new level. We're on our way. We're on our way. And look, the decision recently made by the Supreme Court on immunity, you know, the next president of the United States, it's not just about whether he or she knows what they're doing. It's not about a
Tell me, Joe. Tell me. Where are we headed? We going to see your buddy at Nassau? We getting ready to go home, Joe? We're going out in outer space? I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. Look at his eyes. They're open, but nobody's home, man. And that mouth, the way he's holding his mouth.
Conglomerate of people making decisions. It's about the character of the president. The character of the president is going to determine whether or not this Constitution is employed the right way.
And we should note.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Elvis has left the building, y'all. He has left the building. No doubt. Woo. Yeah, I think they cut that mic. You know what I mean? They definitely cut that mic. I don't know why. I've never seen an interview be cut short like that. That was one way. I mean, it's just the ending. And he asked him 4 times, clearly 4 times, will you prove to the American people that you're not in decline, Joe? Just watch me. Just watch me. I mean, this is an absolute disgrace, America. This man does not need to be the commander-in-chief. Period. I mean, all this happened, I think, 8, 9 o'clock last night. Well past his 4 p.m. deadline. I can only operate between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Y'all let me know when you find that job. You know, you just tell them, I can only work from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. I got to go home and take my nappy nap. I get on the phone every day. What do you think being the president was, Joe? I mean, he acts like these are accomplishments. No, it's your damn job. Woo-doo, woo-doo. I mean, if you ask me, we could just, this guy is shot. He's, that's it, man. He's really shot. Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody, like I said, I'm multi-streaming, YouTube, Facebook, X. hopefully everything worked out on the other end, on y'all's end. I think I had one little glitch there. You know, like I said, when you're doing things live, you don't get to time out. Joe, you want to show America you got your stuff together? Do it live, round table. Answer the questions. Seriously, answer the question. Either yes or no, I'm going to take a cognitive test. Now, just watch me. We've been watching you for 3.5 years. You're a complete failure, Joe. And it ain't your fault. Dementia or whatever, Alzheimer's or whatever you got. I'm not a doctor. Believe me, I'm not a doctor. But there's something wrong with that man. There's something mentally wrong with that man. Like I said, you take his facial expressions. I mean, his eyes are open, but nobody's home. His eyes are open, but nobody's home. And that man's running around with nuclear codes? Hey, we got to stop this madness, America. Got to stop this madness. And I really think there's no way to stop Donald Trump now, except for do like they've been talking about lately. Just take him out, Joe. Call in SEAL Team 6. You got immunity now. I mean, these people are deranged. Deranged. Hey, everybody. Like I said, y'all make sure to share this video. Like this video. Please, give me that thumbs up, on all broadcasting. Wherever you're seeing it. Whatever platform you're on. And make sure to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Hey, like I've been doing this for years on Facebook, and I really love bringing to people what's going on, and I'm just getting started at it, especially live streaming. Today's the first live stream, so hey, I'll tell you the same thing I've been telling Facebook for years, man. God bless America. God bless every single one of our veterans. God bless every child in this world. And God bless every one of y'all. And top of all, God bless the Constitution of the United States of America. Hey, I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all.